Hello everyone, and welcome to Mine Harbor's demo of the VMI portal. This portal is designed for the use of any P21 customer that has VMI locations that you would like the locations to manage their inventory, orders, and quantities on hand. In this demo, we're going to go over a couple of different sections. The user interface, the administrator interface, and then the mobile interface. So on the screen that you see now is what the landing page looks like for the VMI portal. The user would sign in with their email address and password. After the user has signed in with their email address and password, they'll be presented with an order entry screen. On this order entry screen, you'll see a PO number, taxable, and job name, along with a list of all the items for that specific location. They have the abilities of showing images for the items and showing the current quantity on hand for that location. At the top side of the screen, you'll see the item search and a QR code. For this demo, I'm going to switch over to my mobile device, and you'll see how this interacts with the mobile browser. Okay, so we do the same thing. We go out to the VMI location, and we log in with the username and password. And you notice the interface is very much the same. At the top, you have the item search and QR code, and then the order entry or the order details with the PO number. And notice that the PO number is required, so we highlight it in red and mark it with an asterisk. For this instance, we're going to go ahead and put in test, and then you can leave the job name and taxable blank unless required. Any required fields are going to have an asterisk beside them. Scrolling back up to the top, we have the item search and the QR code. We're going to press the QR code, and this is going to ask the device to allow access to the camera. So hit allow, and then you hold your camera up to the QR code that is on the label. After the QR code is rendered, you'll see the item name or description or any other relevant information that's for the item. You have a plus and a minus. This is for the quantities. So we can adjust the quantity, and then we can move on to the next item by hitting next item. You notice the item search, and then the item has changed on the right hand side. So we can add that quantity as well. As you are scanning these items in, you'll notice down at the bottom that the list will build. So we're going to add one more. So when you're done, they would hit done. This will just close out the interface for the camera. If you notice on here that there's the 3 items that they ordered, if they click on the order details, they can adjust the order details. So the PO number, job name, or taxable. After they're satisfied with the order, they can hit save and pull. They would confirm that they want to send the order. And then this will send the order to the portal database, and then it will render a schedule import service manager group of files. So the import header, line, and notes. Now we're going to jump over to the administration side. So we'll go back to the browser. We're going to go ahead and log out. Then we'll log in as the administrator. And then you're going to, by default, you'll see a list of all the user accounts. We'll go ahead and go into the user that I just logged in as, and we can look at the profile information. So on this screen, you'll see the company, title, first name, last name, email address, primary contact, the password, and then if the account is enabled, locked, or if the PO is required. Then you'll see an address screen and then a claim screen. So if you want to come in here and create a user, you would click on the add button, and you'd fill out all the relevant information. The PO required button or checkbox is something that's going to be populated from P21. So if P21 has the customer account marked as PO required, then this will be marked. Going back to the order that we just submitted, the administrators can see all the orders that have been submitted on the portal. They can look at the statuses, and then they can actually re-import them if there's any errors in P21. So they'd click on the order screen, click on search. Since the company, for this demo, there's only one company, it's just the Mine Harbor company. So the default company will be selected. They can select the customer or type the customer name and it'll do a search. Or you can just hit search and you can see all of them. By default, it sorts it by the latest order. So now going across the top, you see the actual order ID, P21 order number, customer name, contact, shipped to, taker, and when it was updated, and who it was updated by. In this instance, the order has not been accepted into P21, so we have an option of re-import. If the order number is present and P21 has reported back the order number will show here alongside with the re-import button. If we look all the way over to the right-hand side, you'll see a blue arrow. The blue arrow is the details for that specific order. If you remember back when we ordered these items, you'll see the item ID, the quantity, and the unit of measure that was ordered, along with the shipping information, who it's for, and if there's a P21 order number. If this is publicly accessible to the users, they can view the actual order status by this link. When the customer has placed the order, they'll receive an email with this link. They can click on the link and it'll take them to a screen very similar to this. They can look at the order and then see what the status is. Moving on to the QR code generation. The QR code generation tab is for generating the sticky labels that go onto the bin locations, or however you'd want the users to scan the labels. The administrator will go into the company ID, select what company they want, select the location that they want, and then hit load items. From here, the user can select what items they want to generate the QR codes for. When they're done selecting the items they want the QR code for, they hit print. This will bring up a print preview of what the QR code screen or the QR code label is going to look like. From here, the user can click on print. We can customize these labels to any size, the item descriptions, the min-max quantities, or any other relevant information. We also can change the QR code to a code 39 or 129 format. So we're not restricted to the QR code. We can do a single dimensional barcode as well. So after the label is printed, it will come back to this screen. So you can generate more labels for different locations. This concludes the VMI demo.